All right. Electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves consist of oscillating electric and magnetic fields and are created when charged particles accelerate. Both radio waves and light waves belong to this category. Their key difference lies in wavelength and frequency. Radio waves have much longer wavelength, whereas light waves have much shorter ones. Because of these shorter wavelengths, light waves have a significantly higher frequency than radio waves. Now let's talk about wavelength and color. Each color in the visible spectrum corresponds to a specific wavelength, which, oh, sorry, with red at the long wavelength end and violet at the short wavelength end. When all these wavelengths combine, we see white color. We perceive color based on which wavelengths are reflected or absorbed by an object. These reflected wavelengths stimulate the cone cells in our eyes and the brain interprets their signal to create the sensation of color. Scattering also affects what we see. Tiny particles can redirect certain wavelengths more than others. The sky appears blue because air molecules scatter short wavelength light much more effectively than longer wavelengths like red. And now for interference of light waves. Young's double slit experiment demonstrated that light behaves as a wave because it produces an interference pattern, something that only occurs when waves interact. Thin film interference occurs when light reflects off both surfaces of a thin layer, creating interference patterns that result in colorful rainbow-like effects. These patterns depend on the thickness of the film and the wavelength of the light. The colors seen on the oil slick are results of thin film interference. Light reflects off both the top and bottom surfaces of the oil layer, and the reflected waves either reinforce constructive interference or cancel each other out, destructive interference. The varying thickness of the oil film shifts the wavelength that interfere, producing different colors in the uh, rainbow-like pattern. And here's a quick video to demonstrate this.